All right, welcome back into another episode of House Battle. We've got a Millionaires edition today. We are very excited. Two cities, two houses, one decision by each of us. Let's get into it. Because today we got Brooklyn, New York versus Virginia Beach, Virginia. $2.195 million. We're starting in Virginia Beach. Curb appeal. What do you got?
I want to know it is 6 bedrooms, four bath, and about 5,000 square feet.
Woo.
I love this house.
This house is fantastic.
There's literally 5-car garage, 5-car spots in this house. You can pull right in, and then you can have some that are off the house. Mm-hmm. It is a huge house. I love the look of it. I think it's pretty cute.
Yes. Sort of, it's not exactly colonial, but sort of seems colonial. Huge lot though. Great lot.
Huge lot.
It's on a nice lot there. Some decent trees. They're not as mature as I would like them to be. You can obviously see they're still relatively young, but
yes,
if you plan on living here for a while, you're going to see them grow. There's still some decent shade. Big yard.
Great yard.
Great.
I love
great front
the double doors.
Yeah, it's really nice. That's a really nice front door. Did a pretty good job.
Those look like rich people doors.
Yeah.
You walk up to them. They're huge. They're solid.
Yeah.
Substantial. That's what I want if I'm paying over $2 million. All
right, so let's hop inside. Interior design. Let's see what's going on. So you kind of walk in a foyer here. It opens up. It is big. It is
big.
It's got a little bit of almost a spiral staircase.
It's fancy. But I also think there's a lot of dead space. The entrance is a little blah for me. I'm not going to lie. But this room.
Whoa. I like that ceiling.
Is amazing.
I think that ceiling is awesome. This is obviously, it looks like a kitchen / living room. Open space here. Huge, just massive, decent job of kind of using the space. A lot of light, a lot of windows. The windows are sort of to me, but the ceiling with that chandelier.
Yeah, I don't like the rounded aspects of the windows at all. I don't
gets cut off
it
because it's.
I wish they had almost done the windows up to the. I know it's maybe not even architecturally possible, but had them more like it could have triangle, so it mirrored the pitch of the ceiling.
Yep.
It would have looked better. It looks weird like this.
It looks off with
this
that.
This kitchen is beautiful to me. I like the all white. I think
a country. Is it like a country kitchen style?
Yeah,
it's nice. It's really nice. They did a good job with this. These cabinets are nice. You could, on the cabinets, you could nitpick a little bit. You could maybe toss in like a sort of a glass doors, like they have a couple of them. You can maybe do a little bit more.
Like
that's
the
kind
frosted
of
glass doors. They have some right here, but
that's what I'm saying. You could sort of take those and sort of run it through all of them to sort of match the rest of the feel. But even without that, it's fine. Even without that, it's still fine. It's a great kitchen. It's a really nice kitchen. The backsplash is fine. They did a really good job. This ties in with the other house.
Wood matches the wood on the ceiling.
Yes.
Enough where it's not distracting.
Yep.
And you still have an eating area where they have a fairly large table off to the side in front of the window. I love that.
This is great. This is great. I haven't really seen anything I don't like, other than, like you said, that foyer is a lot of dead space there. But I mean, you got 5,100 square feet. You got, plenty of space. This is, I think they should have had the wood in here. I don't know why you have this rug. It's a big rug. Obviously, I mean, this is a huge room. It's a sunroom, sort of a sitting room or whatever, a lot of light, all that stuff. I think just having that wood would make it feel a little bit better, but you can easily rip that bad boy out.
I think they could have included a rug to kind of tie the room together that wasn't this one. This rug looks like you're putting carpet over your wood instead of having a statement piece.
It's too big. It's too big.
I agree.
The chandelier's not great.
This is a small powder room. That looks like it's off the main living space, right before the kitchen.
It's fine.
I don't like that
backsplash, but it's fine.
Me neither.
This is
a butler's pantry area.
It sort of feels closed off a little bit. I know that's what the butler pantry is supposed to be, but it sort of feels closed off, even though you're going right to those stairs. But it's a pretty nice space. I mean, it's a pretty nice space.
Check out all of the storage on that white the right wall. It is.
I don't like that they have the different cupboards, cupboard doors, solid and windowed. I think you got to choose one or the other. But either way, I think it's fine. It's it's pretty big. This has to be the master, right? This is huge.
This is what, as far as I know,
it's gotta be the master.
It's huge.
It is massive.
They have a huge bed.
Lots of light. Yeah, I mean that's got to be that's huge. They got the windows there. Lots. I mean, this is a lot of light. So you feel like nature in this bad boy. So
you do.
This is great.
Windows, really do make it feel like you're sleeping outside, and it doesn't look like anyone's. It could be a problem. Yeah, but it doesn't look like anyone's behind you. Again, they made a weird choice of picking. I know this is getting into interior design, not necessarily functionality of the house, but like they picked another rug that looks like a carpet. It's also too big, but I mean, it's just like doesn't do anything for the room. They have beautiful wood that continues in the master, which is great.
Wow.
I love this bathroom. It has a nice soaking tub.
The tub, it's got the window that actually goes down to the tub so you can see. It's got the huge, I mean, that's a great shower, lots of counter space, lots of storage, feels big, feels roomy. This is great.
It has a separate toilet room, which is nice if you're rich and you can have it.
Absolutely. This is great.
Check out this closet.
This is statement. This is the statement room of the whole house. Everything has been nice so far. This is a statement room. I mean, this is great. And they've done a great job of I mean, this looks like a Ralph Lauren store or something. I mean, this is huge, but they've done a nice job of staging it in that they kept the stuff in there to show you like this is how much stuff you can actually fit in here.
Yeah.
This is awesome. I really like this a lot. I would change that mirror, but that's nitpicking. This is a great room. This is great.
Yeah, I really like this a lot. This is a closet of someone who owns a $2 million house.
Yeah, 100%. This is really nice.
The other feature I absolutely
love. The laundry inside is interesting.
Yes.
That's interesting.
The laundry inside the master is nice.
Interesting.
I've seen this and I don't remember, but a lot of times if this happens, sometimes there's a second laundry room.
That's my guess. There has to be, because this would be a weird place to have the only laundry. Jesus, this is a second bedroom. This thing is huge. I mean, God, if you're a kid, I don't even know what you do in this room. Nice I think this is a cool room for a kid. This is
just
great.
The way like the ceiling art.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. What do you do? There's so much space. It's huge.
Yeah, it's so cute. I love the design that they did.
Yeah, this is great.
This also looks like they have another double vanity. I can't tell if this is a Jack and Jill where it has 2 access points, but it doesn't look like it.
I don't think so, but this is I don't like that bathroom as much. But understanding, the tile I don't love. The windows are a little too tall for that room, or not. I guess they don't extend down far enough. They're too high. But that's my preference. I know other people like that. So, but I mean, again, this is another room here. So, like a little, 2 kids, siblings thing there. This is a nice entry, or I'm sorry, like this, obviously this is off the entryway. This is, you come up, but this is a great hallway.
When you walk up,
this is a really nice hallway. Like this is a cool,
I like that they carried the same wood. Yep. The wood is a beautiful choice.
Yeah, they did a good job with
dark. We always say dark people.
It's not
rich people have dark people wood. Yeah. This is still rich people wood. This is a way you do lighter wood well.
Yeah. It's not
and there it is.
Okay, so there's the other.
And it looks like there's one on the first floor, one on the second floor.
Yeah.
Which is great. People can do their own laundry, or you can, but you have it in the master. Yeah. That's a really cool rich person feature.
Absolutely.
Another bathroom with really double vanity. Yeah, it's a beautiful bathroom.
Yeah, the water bill in this house must be unbelievable. There's sinks everywhere. But they did a good job with this one. They did a pretty good job with this one. This is sort of this is another, Jesus. My God, these rooms are so big. There's so much space here. That's 6 bed. I mean, like the whole, wow. Okay. I like this.
It's almost like an in-law suite kind of thing where you can have plenty of room if someone is has to come live with you. This looks like a second floor entertainment center.
Yeah, I would change a lot about this, but the functionality of this room is really nice. I don't like these. I don't like the color of those seats. They don't really match everything else.
I don't know why. I obviously this is more this kind of like they try to do like a man's den kind of thing, you know, more masculine.
You can
but
do
it's
that
the
without,
first room that they didn't interior design wise nail.
Yeah, but you have a nice place for a home office there. So this is just an unfinished part of that house. My God, this is a massive garage. So you can get a full gym in there with 3 cars. Well, two cars there with the full gym, plus the 2 other cars that you already have on the other one. I mean, this is a huge space. So if you're a workshop guy, or you're something, it might even
be 3 cars because this looks like it might be a double.
I don't think so. I think that's a single.
Okay. Okay, it's just
but it's huge. I mean, this is a really big area. So if you like, if you want a gym or you want a workshop or you want, anything that you want to do in this garage, you can do. It's just basically another room. This is a great view, like in your backyard, to actually look at your house and see that they took the time to pay attention to the details on the back of the house. People forget that a lot. Curb appeal is also, what are you going to see when you go to the back of your house? And a lot of people, it's nondescript, but when it's nice, it sticks out, right? And this is a great entertaining area off to the side. Sit out, have a drink, have people over, do whatever, little bonfire or something like that. But a huge yard. The only problem with this so far that I've really seen, besides a couple of minor details, is I can see my neighbors. Like, I can literally see the neighbor. There's no fence. I don't know if that's, I don't know if that's an HOA thing or whatever. I'm not sure, but that's not ideal. But again, this patio right here, this is nice. You can have some drinks up there as well. Maybe I'd like to get some trees or something and kind of block off my neighbors there. I don't know what this is behind me, but it's kind of nice. But this is it's just a great house.
It looks like you are backed up onto a golf course or something.
That's kind of what I'm thinking here. So there might be restrictions on what you can and can't do, but this is honestly the layout of this thing is fantastic. It is a golf course. That is a golf course right there. You're obviously, it's a little more secluded. It's probably a little bit quieter. So again, there's a lot of nice things that are happening. A lot of nice things are happening with this house. So that's Virginia Beach right there. They crush Virginia Beach. That's a Virginia Beach house.
It's a beautiful property.
This should be there. I feel bad for Brooklyn. We're going to hop over there. I feel bad for Brooklyn. Honestly, they got a lot of work to do because that was a great house. Usually I don't say that, but it was a nice house. So we're going to hop into Brooklyn here. Another $2.195 million home. Rich people everywhere. In Brooklyn, though, you're getting, 4 beds, 7 baths, 7 full bathrooms, 2,850 square feet. I gotta assume that at least 1,500 square feet of that is bathroom. So let's hop into it. Curb appeal. What do you got on this one?
I like this. It looks pretty modern. I think that's a little bit harder. I don't know if it looks like it's in Brooklyn. That's my only thing is I like all the windows that they've done here. What about you?
This to me is, and again, we can't compare it to the other house, like specific, because it is House Battle, but it's a little unfair. We're in different locations, all that stuff. This feels like a school to me. Like, this is PS 102.
Oh, interesting.
That's what this feels like to me. So I don't like the curb appeal because it makes me feel like I'm going home. Or I'm like, when I go home, I'm going to elementary school or something. It's the windows that they've chosen. Those are very like elementary school or public school window type thing. So that's what it feels like. And there's also a gap between like the bottom windows and then that like third set of windows right there. And so it literally seems like it's 2 different buildings almost. So from a curb appeal standpoint, I don't love it, but let's hop inside and see what's actually going on there. Is this 5 floors?
Yeah. So we can look at this because there's not a lot of, so you have a deck.
Okay.
You enter the house and it looks like you have the dining room.
So you got some rooms there. You got some stuff. And then you got 2nd and 3rd floor. And then you have a garden level and a basement. So this is 5. So you're getting, again, it's kind of hidden, but you're getting a lot of a lot of different things you can do. There's a lot of elements you can do. So if you're craving out like the other house, and they did a really good job, and we didn't mention this, but the other house did a really good job of picking a wood that can flow through an entire house, including a second story. And that includes the railings on the stairs and the actual stairs themselves, and not feel like you're being overwhelmed by the same wood. But if you're in this house and you have these 5 levels, that gives you the opportunity, like the other one, because it flowed, everything was the same, right? A lot of those places felt the same. Yeah. And when they tried to change it up, it was like, oh, this isn't great. Now you could do some different things with that, but I think that's the best way to do that house, is to really make it, it's very open, all those windows. So like, let's make it feel like you're just in the house. You're just in different rooms of this same house. This one, you can really attack differently based on the level that you're at. So you could really change some stuff up. So if you're somebody who wants like different types of feels in your living space, this is a great spot for that.
I did want to point out though, the one feature that is kind of hard. I mean, you're living in Brooklyn. It's nice. This basement has a lot of open space to do with whatever you want, which is very uncommon in Brooklyn, but your laundry is in the basement. So if you were on the 3rd floor,
yeah,
and you have bedrooms, you are walking a lot of stairs to do laundry.
True. That's true. Okay, so let's hop into it. This is, so again, obviously it's still a lot of space. I mean, this is 2,900 square feet. Like that's an average size house for like America as a whole, right? So I mean, this is a lot of space. There's plenty of space, but because it's split between those 5 levels, it's going to feel smaller, right? It's going to feel like you're less, everything is more segregated, right? It's very segmented within the house. Like this is, okay, I'm in this house, I'm at this side, I'm at this. As the other one, it was like, okay, I'm just sort of flowing through. But I kind of like that kitchen though. I mean, this is a pretty nice first level. The kitchen is fine. You know, again, I don't like the wood on the that they've chosen with that backsplash or whatever. But you know, again,
I don't care for the backsplash. Sort of maybe it looks like they tried to soundproof their kitchen. That's kinda, like what it looks like. I don't care for the way they situated the island. I almost feel like the
island's too small. It's too small.
It's too small, and then it's just, I think it should have been turned to fit in the kitchen area. So the long way.
Oh, if you keep it that small, just cock it 90 degrees right there.
Yeah, because then you know.
I mean, I'm assuming they're going for like the lines with the actual table itself, but I agree with you. It would have just in the kitchen itself, it would have fit better the other way, I think.
And then that, or just basically add a second side. When you're sitting in the stools, then you're looking out the window. Yeah. Right now, you're looking into a wall. I know that that's a very minor thing. It just doesn't make sense to me. It also.
Well, again, look, we get to nitpick. This is $2.195 million, right? I mean, this is not a cheap house, so we get to nitpick. This should be kind of a dream home. Let's move into it. Let's see what's going on. So.
I also, they chose a wood for the island that is not the same as the floor. I think they should have just done white to match. I know that you try and do a contrast, but you could have also done like maybe black or gray, like actual gray.
You could have done something.
Anything totally but what different. They did would have been better.
I agree.
I love this room. I think that this is really light room.
So this has to be on a different level, right? This got to be your second level. As opposed to the one that you kind of walked in on, that kitchen, I believe is on the first level.
I can't tell if the kitchen's on the first level or not.
They didn't do I think it was on that first level, not on the garden level. It was on that very first level. So you walk up those stairs and you walk in. And so I think this one is above that. I think this is maybe that second level right here. So again, you could do some different things. Now they haven't chosen to do that, but you can really do some different stuff. But this is a pretty nice space. I mean, it's pretty big. And there's a lot of stuff you can do here. It's great for entertaining, something like that. If you want to have people over, this is a nice space, a good family room, something like that. I like what they did here. I don't know why this picture is included. That was very weird. This is, I guess, a different kitchen, or is this the same kitchen? They have 2 kitchens in this house. They have 2 kitchens and 7 bathrooms. This is such a weird house. I don't understand. Oh, this might actually be a different configuration. These look like it's not. These sort of look computer generated to me. So this might be a different configuration. If it is, though, I think I like this kitchen better, even though it's closed off.
I like this a lot better.
I think I like this kitchen better. But you can see out that window. you can see right there, that's kind of the front of your elementary school, right? But this sort of flows pretty well right here. There's a lot of that space, a lot of that light coming in, but this is cool. Like this little garden thing, it's not the same as having like a backyard necessarily, obviously. Or I mean, you can make it a yard if you want, but if you were somebody, into botany or something like that, like it's a very cool sort of, it's kind of secluded, but not exactly secluded. So that's a cool thing.
I also like the flooring.
I do not like that flooring. I
didn't think you would.
I don't like that.
I like it. I think with all the white, it's fine in the house.
I think it looks terrible. I think it looks like
this
you
is
have
a
like
cute
a
little
wicker basket
outdoor
on the floor.
space.
Yeah, the outdoor space is, it's kind of secluded, not exactly secluded, but it's kind of cool. You can look down at it, maybe from the windows, like that sort of thing. It's just kind of a nice touch. They have a great tree right here on the left side.
You do.
The right side is not quite, I'd like to also have a tree there, but I understand, we're kind of jammed in. So if everybody had trees,
I mean, you're in Brooklyn.
It is what it is.
This is a little oasis in Brooklyn for sure. Like if you're looking for prime outdoor space,
you got to go.
More than most people are gonna have.
100%. So this is, again, just kind of a different view of what it could look like if you had that. This is an interesting master, right? This is an interesting master. You have some good light. You have some good windows. The doors are great. I would prefer French, but the sliding is fine. The open closet could be an eyesore if you are not someone who keeps your closet nice.
Yeah, I think it's a disaster. I don't think most people keep their closets that nice.
But looking the way it does right there, they have a nice window in there, which is, I know, a feature that you like.
Yeah,
they should probably take that plant out, honestly, because it kind of ruins that aesthetic. But if you can keep it nice, I think that's an awesome feature. Like if you can keep it, looking clean, I think that's a great feature to have, because it's like, it's different. But I agree. I think most people, they just can't do it. But there's a lot of space in this room. They've done a nice job. This is an interesting bathroom. Having the toilet directly face the shower is not bad. I mean, whatever. It's just weird. I don't see that very often. It's kind of usually what you would see in something like this is the toilet would be on the side with the sinks, and then the shower would be on the other side. So it's just kind of a weird thing. It looks like decent space. I mean, you got to change those mirrors. I don't like that the mirror's coming down at you. I think like you just should have something that kind of runs across it. But
yeah, absolutely.
It's modern. It's very modern. I don't love the modern look that they went for here, but it's fine. I think, if you like this bathroom, it's functional. It's functional, but it's going to come down to taste, right? It's going to come down to how do you.
I do not like that they did the floor and the wall the same color. I'm just not or the same material. No. I'm just not a fan of that.
It's not good.
I think it makes it look smaller.
That's the modern touch I was referring to. Okay, so this is kind of your kids' room here, or second bedroom or whatever.
Directly off the street. That could be kind of loud.
It could be loud,
but is a downside.
It's also interesting though. It's also interesting because you have a lot of windows. So in Brooklyn, you're seeing different stuff, right? So you might see something good, you might see something bad, but that's something that a lot of kids don't have though, or a lot of people, right? So if you had a second bedroom or something and there was somebody else living there, it is a feature that a lot of people don't have. So that's kind of a rich person touch, like to have that many windows on and to look like that. I mean, that's a big window. It's basically floor to ceiling because you're sort of sunken into the ground a little bit. So it's basically floor to ceiling on these windows, which is something that a lot of people don't get in anywhere in their house, but especially in a second bedroom. So it's an interesting touch. It's an interesting touch if you like it. And that is a very weird place to have a window right in front of the toilet. It's just a weird, I don't hate it. Like it might be kind of nice. It might be kind of relaxing. I don't know. It's just weird. Again, the bathroom that they've chosen, I'm saying it's weird. I'm saying it's not what I expected. Let me put it that way. I don't know that it's weird necessarily, or like, it's not bad. It's just, it's not what I was expecting when I saw it.
Absolutely. Right? Yeah.
So, all right. That's it. We did it. That is Brooklyn. So now it's time. That's 2 cities, 2 houses that we've seen. We've got Louisville, Kentucky. I don't even remember what that was. 5 beds, 6 beds, 6 beds, 4 baths. 6 beds.
It does look like it has 2 kitchens.
Oh, it does have 2 kitchens.
If you look at the, sorry, I took a moment.
No, it's fine. I
There's a
can't quite see
kitchen
them.
on the
Okay,
kitchen
so
on
you
the
get two
parlor
different.
level, and there's
That's
a kitchen on
interesting.
the second floor. So
That's
you
that's a
could
rich
you could
person
have
touch.
in-laws come
Yeah,
and stay, which is
yeah.
something the other house had that feature, but they didn't have two designated kitchen
They didn't have the two kitchens.
locations.
That is
Um,
true for sure.
so
So this
you
is
could have a nanny stay and take
yeah,
care of your kids in this house and never have to see your kids.
yeah, 100%, absolutely. The kids can do their thing, whatever. They can get into some disasters as well. So that's actually that's the rich person touch in this one, right? Is the second kitchen. Like people who have second kitchens, like poor people they're not buying second kitchens. So
No.
that's it. So we got Louisville, Kentucky. I think it's 6 beds, 4 baths,
Oops. Yeah.
5,100 square feet versus Brooklyn, New York. 4 beds, 7 baths, 2,850 square feet. You got $2.195 million to spend. What are you going with?
I'm going to Virginia Beach. I mean, I think that was obvious before we started. I do love this house in Brooklyn. It's just hard to compare because this house in Virginia Beach has so many things that if I were to build a house, it would look very similar with the white and the open windows. So it's, they tried. I think it was as competitive as it is, if you're going to be able to compare this much area that you just have in Virginia to Brooklyn.
Honestly, Brooklyn did way more than I thought Brooklyn would do. I'll be 100% honest with you. Like I was like,
me too.
Brooklyn is going to get destroyed in this, and honestly, it put up a pretty good fight. I got a lot of respect for that person who came up with that, maximized that space. I will say we did not point this out, but I'm looking at it now, and it's kind of bothering me. We obviously talked about the windows, which from the outside we can see does match the curvature there, and so actually, I think on the inside, that's why they didn't go with the square, but it looks worse on the inside. So it's fine on the outside, but I don't love it enough on the outside to be okay with it on the inside. But what I will say is that the awning, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, above the windows on the outside, those two that are facing the back on the bottom, they should have gone with the shingle look that they did up top. It doesn't match either that, or they should have made the rest of the roof that look. It doesn't match, and that bothers me quite a bit because everything else
that doesn't bother me. I like the kind of tin look.
I don't care for that. I think it looks really bad because it doesn't match, and they did not, because it's almost like trying to be an accent piece, but it's trying to blend in. So you can't have both. I think you need to do one or the other.
So it needed to be a little bit more. Like it should have been a copper.
You need to do
if you were going to do it, it needed to be like more copper.
Yeah, I mean,
not that copper would look good, but I'm saying the color contrast.
You could do copper, but you'd have to do it in more places than just those two plus the chimney. You'd have to do it somewhere else because otherwise it's just like, why do you have these random 3 dots on your house that make it look bad? But Brooklyn put up a hell of a fight, honestly. And they really did a pretty good job with that. I thought that was pretty good. This house, here's what I'll say about Virginia Beach. And the reason I'm choosing Virginia Beach is there is so much space in here to get wrong. And they, for the most part, didn't get it wrong. That's the difference, right? If I only have $2.2 million and I'm only moving into one of these two, that's a massive thing to accomplish, is to basically not screw up 5,000 square feet. People screw up 1,600 square feet all the time. So it is for something that's 3 times that size to basically not screw it up. There's a couple of places I would want to touch up, but not that much. There's like one bathroom in that man cave or whatever, and that's pretty much it. And so
it looks like that area is what might be above the second garage. So you wouldn't even have to look at that.
I'm not even talking about that area. I'm talking, there's a couple of areas I'm saying like that are actually finished that I would have to change a little bit for myself. Because I don't like what they did, but I'm saying there's so much that you don't have to touch. Like you're talking about the unfinished room, which is like an attic basically, and I think it is above there.
No, I don't think I don't think on top of that garage area, I don't think it's unfinished. I think, is that what you think is on top of the garage right there? Or I thought that was where the man cave room was going.
Oh, well, I'm saying like I'm spending a lot of time in that man cave, right? Like I'm spending because like I'm making it and it's a home office, like so you have that. So I'm saying like I'm gonna have to touch that up. Like I understand that.
Yeah, regardless,
what I'm saying
you're
is
spending time. Yeah, I
there's
got you.
so
Okay.
much space here, and even on the outside, like I don't love this garden as much as I could or whatever. And so like there's things I would but they did there's so much space that they didn't screw up, and that is a huge accomplishment. That's honestly why I thought Brooklyn was gonna get beat down, because I was like, I don't care how big this thing is. They're going to screw something up, and they didn't really screw it up. They did a little bit on the bathrooms. They were a little weird. We only saw 2 of them, so I don't know where the other 5 are. It's a ludicrous amount of bathrooms, but they just did. This was so good. I think it's very clear Virginia Beach is there, but I got to give props to Brooklyn, putting up a hell of a fight. So that's it. House battle, Virginia Beach versus Brooklyn. We're taking Virginia Beach. We're living there. $2.2 million. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We appreciate it. Please get the word out. Spread the word. We're coming back. We got more. We got more to do. We got more houses to compare. We will see everybody next time for another 2 cities, 2 houses, and 1 decision by each of us. Until then,